So now we can get to the content of the course. There are some ungraded components in quotes, right? You're going to have readings from the text, which is going to be kind of background information. It is crucial that you read before you come to class so that when we talk about things in class, you're not hearing things for the first time. Also, the readings are ungraded, but we got things that are graded based on the readings. And then the lectures are ways for us to cover the material that is in a more deep way, more targeted way, more applicable way, walk through code, walk through examples, walk through situations that might be confusing, get you to ask questions, get you to answer questions for me, and hopefully mitigate confusion. Yeah. Readings and lectures are not going to cover the exact same material. The topics are going to be the same, but the content may not be the same. And that's by design. That doesn't mean that I'm not paying attention to the textbook. Okay? Or it doesn't mean that the textbook's not relevant to the class. It means that these are complementary materials. If I could just go here, read the text, that's everything you need, I would. But that's not an effective way to teach, nor is it an effective way to learn. So read the text, come to class, ask questions, participate, okay? If we have online discussion forums, that'll count as your participation grade, okay? But it lets me know where you're at, which is important, right? One of the foundational principles of effective teaching and learning is active learners, learners who are actively participating and putting in work, and active teachers who are tailoring what they're teaching to the specific needs and desires of a student. If you sit there and you don't say anything, or if you're never asking questions on discussion forums, or you're never engaging with the material, I got no idea what you're confused about, so I can't tailor any of my discussions to you. Then we can get into the more classical things. We will have a couple of homework assignments. These are going to be smaller than labs that we do. They're going to be kind of question-based, and they're for topics that I want you to deal with, but I don't have enough time to go through and give you a full lab, right? But I want you to work with this stuff. Then there are going to be quizzes. Quizzes are going to be due before the first lecture on a topic, or at the start of a module if we're asynchronous. And they are primarily did you read style things. They're going to be 5 or 6 questions, 2 points each, 10 points for the quiz. Now I can hear you saying, but professor, 6 times 2 is 12, and aren't you sharp? Absolutely. So 6 questions typically, some of them might be 5, 2 points each. You can get a 12 out of 10. Okay. The rule of thumb is if you're real close, you're getting full credit. And if you kind of on the right track, but you got some things wrong or you're vague, you'll get half credit, right? The point of these quizzes is to just check large topics, main ideas, key concepts, key ideas, key phrases, and make sure that you read. That's it. You will have 15 minutes to do it. It will be administered through a Canvas quiz. That's fine. So, that is sort of how I am making sure that you're reading. We will also have labs for most modules. These are programming assignments. If we are in class, you will have time to work on them. Okay, if we are asynchronous, it's kind of built into the class, but if we're synchronous, online, or in person, you will get time to work on them. You will almost certainly need time out of class as well. Okay. You will have a midterm exam. It is typically open handwritten notes. I encourage you to write your notes because writing notes encodes things into your brain in ways that typing notes or just not taking notes does not do. Okay. Depending on the nature of the course, we may conduct it online or we may conduct it in person. Okay. If you're asynchronous online, you're going to have it online, obviously. If we're synchronous online, we will probably do it online. If we're in person, we may do it in person. But we will talk more about that as we get closer to the middle of the semester. Please understand that if we have a scheduled midterm. Time and date is sort of locked in stone, and the only way we can get that rescheduled is with a university approved excuse, right? Major things, medical things, truly life disasters. So I hope we don't run into that. I hope everyone's healthy and everyone in everyone's life is healthy. But should there be an issue, we will deal with that. Please do not be afraid to come to me with things. Okay. But we'll talk more about this once we get to about the middle of the semester. And there will be a final project. Okay. It is comprehensive. It covers the entire semester. It is both theory and programming. If we're meeting synchronously, either in person or online, you will have time in class to work on it. If you're asynchronous, the last module of the start is just final project work. Okay, this is a biggie. This is a big assignment. So again, we will talk more about this once we get to about this 75% mark of the semester. But I encourage you to start working on it as soon as you can, as soon as you get it. So here's the grade breakdown. Okay, assignments and quizzes are in the same category. Labs, midterms, final, and then participation or discussion forums, depending on whether we are asynchronous or synchronous. And then your grade breakdowns on the right.